Todd Bowley. He's met with Mendes, super agent of Cristiano Ronaldo and many more. Now, they got together to have this meeting and many items were on the agenda. Let's be clear about that. But then Cristiano Ronaldo come up and the idea of a move to Chelsea. So when I saw this going around last night, I remember saying to my husband, I was like, this looks like it could happen. David Ornstein had been tweeting about it as well. And anyway, there's no chance that Manchester United would be able to let him go. They've confirmed that today as well. The plan is that he's going to be staying with the club. But the idea of that happening, Cristiano Ronaldo going to Chelsea, what do you think about that?
Just appeared today out of nowhere. That, don't I? I mean, there's still teams that would want him. He got 18 goals last year. I thought he kept his head above water. People were trying to push him under the water all season because that's the way people are. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if Ronaldo's thinking, if he ever thought to himself, who are the worst two midfield players I've ever played with in my career? And McTominay and Fred have got to be up there.
I'm not having it about McTominay. I'm
not being disrespectful to the two of them because I'm thinking where Ronaldo's played. You know, when he started, he was playing with Mourinho and at Sporting Lisbon, like proper great players. Then he's gone to Man United and he's Scholes and Keane and all them. And then he's gone to Juventus. And then he's playing for Portugal with great players. And now he's playing with sort of average players. So
when you hear
it's not his fault.
The narrative that Cristiano Ronaldo is the problem at Manchester United, what do you think about that?
Well, that's what I mean. I was saying he's playing with players who aren't as good as him.
When people say that he's the issue, is it because these people who he's playing with just now aren't born winners and aren't, as invested in the game and in the club perhaps the way Cristiano Ronaldo was when he was their age and he was there before?
I think a lot of young players now who are 19, 20 playing for the big clubs, they land in the Premier League at the highest level. They haven't had to work their way up, and they've got people like Neil Warnock nailing you if you don't run back, nailing you if you're late for training. I mean, you won't believe what it's like lower down, the managers. And I look and I'm thinking, like, we can't press with Ronaldo in the team. We can't press with this group of players. I've heard it said, like, I watch every game. I hear all the pundits saying, well, you're going to have to drop deep with this group of players. We can't press. Pressing, really, is one sprint as a team. Everybody makes one 15-yard sprint. And if they wriggle out of it, you don't press in the right organised way. So, in other words, if you all press 15-yard sprint at their back four and you don't cut the line off, so the centre-half slips it to the right back and now they're out, you might have to make another 15-yard sprint to retrieve the situation. Are you telling me the professional footballers, Sancho, Rashford, Fernandes, Ronaldo, who's the striker from Italy? He's actually...
Malanga.
No, the Cavani.
Cavani, yeah.
He's probably the hardest worker out of all of them. You telling me professional footballers cannot sprint flat out twice to press a team? I mean, a full court press. When you played Man United, when I was playing against Man United, they wouldn't let you get out of your own half. If the goalkeeper put the ball down for a goal kick, there's no way you're playing out from the back against us. Do
you think the players who were there could have given more, or was it all down to management and above them? Could the players have done better last season? All of them individually.
Yeah, listen, I'm sat here. I'm not going to criticise the managers, the Premier League managers. I'm not doing it. But I know how difficult it is to manage. So I'm like, we can all sit back and watch. When you're in the middle of it, sometimes you can't see the wood from the trees.
Yeah.
So I think pressing is physical effort from a footballer and an organisation from me as the manager. So I'll organise you which way we're going to make that ball go today. For example, I might decide David Luiz is a weak link in Arsenal's back four. So we're going to let the ball go to David Luiz, and then as the ball's travelling to David Luiz, they all press on certain angles. So you might cut the left back off. You might allow the ball a pass into midfield, but we're letting the ball go in there on purpose. And as soon as it's on its way in there, that's when we've set the trap and we pinch the ball off you. So that's organisation from me.
Okay.
And stopping it in training every day. There's no use running like a headless chicken. You're running the wrong way. So let's do this. So you get on the angle, cut the midfield player off, cut the winger off, and then we're all doing it together. So it's effort from the players. And I think because they've missed the likes of Neil Warnock and lower down, they've missed all that sort of the basics. Because lower down, you've got to press.
Yeah.
You've got to get the ball back. And you can make average players kick the ball out of play. I don't think they were prepared to work hard enough.
Right.
I know it was a bit. I went on a bit, but I don't think Ollie and I don't think Ragnick sort of organised them properly.
In terms of Erik ten Hag then coming in, I mean, I think when you look at the press and the media surrounding this rebuild and him being the right appointment, how much of a job do you think he has to do? I mean, on the pitch there's huge issues, but there's a lot to deal with in there at the moment, and I imagine the pressure must just be ridiculous. What would you like to see from Manchester United first next season?
Well, after what I just said, it's no use being a tactician if they don't want to work. Forget it. So the first bit is to address, can you not run like for 90 minutes? Can you not sprint? Football fitness is about repeated sprints, how many you can do and how quick you can recover. You think about Ronaldo. He's got to be the fittest person on the pitch. Yeah. Because you keep giving the ball to him, he's got to take a fullback on. And he still hasn't got his breath back when you're giving it to him again. So he's got to recover quick. He's got to be fit. So the first issue for Ten Hag is to change the culture and the way the players think about football. You know, we have got to be hard to play against. Yeah. We're letting threes in. Man United letting 2s and 3s in every week. Never heard of it. So it's not a tactician they need. It's someone who's going to say, you and you and you either start working a bit harder or go and play for someone else. Do
you see them going backwards before they go forwards? Did he be allowed that time, Erik ten Hag?
I thought when Mourinho left and Ollie got the job, Ollie's job was to get rid of people. I thought, what they're going to do, they're going to put Ollie in there. They're going to ask him to go through all the hard bits where you've got to tell people you don't want them. Yeah. Clear the decks. And then they're going to bring somebody else in to take over for him to do the nice bit. Yep. And I think the 3 years has been wasted. And I think Ten Hag's job is similar to Ollie's. He's already started. He's got rid of one player. Yep. And I think he's got to get rid of him before he can get him in. Yeah. I mean, you think about even Martial. What's he going to do this season back at Manchester United? What's next for Marcus Rashford? Can Erik ten Hag bring back the Marcus Rashford that we know can be there for Manchester United? Cristiano Ronaldo, how's he feeling about everything? There's really a team just now that I want it to change overnight, and that's not going to happen. But if he gets it right, and like you say, going back to the basics, going back to running, you know, going back to all that, you know, you don't have to be a tactician. If I don't think they watch Match of the Day. You know, I don't think they watch football. The players, like if you watch Match of the Day and you watch Liverpool's front three, you think I'm going to play like that. Salah and Mane run back, they run forward, they non-stop making runs. You know, I'm looking at it thinking, do you not watch how they are doing it and wonder why they're being offered 500 grand a week and they're the best players in the world? They work the hardest. Yeah.